Hey, what's up guys, it's Conrad. In this video, I want to show you how you can take some guitar chords that you already know and use what's called inversions to give your chord progressions more movement, more direction. It's more variety if you're just sitting around jamming and you want to be able to take the chords you already know and just have some more choices. I'll first demonstrate so you can see what they sound like. So in that progression, I started with a G, and I immediately went to a D over F sharp. So when you go G, D to E minor with no inversions, it would sound like this. G, D, E minor. When you use the inversion, it has a smoother bass movement, which sounds like this. So what the inversion is, if you take a D chord, the notes of the chord are a D, A, D, and F sharp. What makes it the inversion is when you take a note other than D, which is the bass note, and you replace the bass note with that note. So if you have an F sharp in the chord, so D, A, D, F sharp, if you make the F sharp the bass note, so you move it down here, this is an F sharp, you keep the rest of the chord, and then you're just adding another bass note, and it sounds like this. Now you can play it a little easier if you remove one of these fingers and you play it like. So that way when you do G, so the other one I did was a G over B. So if you have a G chord here, this one's a lot easier to see because your bass note is the G. The next note after the G is the B, so it's here. So if you remove the low G and just have this B as the bass note, that's the first inversion for the G chord. It's called G over B. That connects really well to the C. So if you start with C, and then instead of going C, G, A minor, you're gonna go C, G over B to A minor. So when you put it all together, it sounds like. So to get back to the original chord G, from A minor you can play another D, A minor, D, G, but let's use that first inversion D chord that we talked about earlier and do A minor to the first inversion D to the G. So you can kind of get these circular kind of sounding chord progressions where it sound like G, D first inversion, E minor, C, G over B, A minor. Here's another interesting one, the A major chord. Leading to D, so A major to D, we're going to C, A, D, but let's do C and the A first inversion, and then to D. So it'll sound like this. So it's pretty easy to implement. I'll demonstrate. I came up with this exercise, which is just all the first inversion chords, because I was fascinated about this when I first learned it. And I came up with a way to just connect every chord with first inversions, and it would sound like this, starting from the E chord. So that's the first inversion chord. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna try to do this thing where I can get you a PDF of, it's a lesson that I did a long time ago when I was teaching, and it has these chords written out on it in tab form. And I think I'm gonna try to find a way to put a link and get that to you if you're interested in it. So keep an eye out for that. If it's not there, then I'm probably still trying to figure it out, but definitely keep an eye out for that. And let me know what other lessons you'd like to learn, and I'll see you later. Bye.